Welcome back to ABC News Live. First, the jury in the Karen Reed murder retrial is in its fourth day of deliberations amid some confusion about the jury form. Hopes of a verdict coming soon are rising after the jury sent in some questions, but those questions are also raising concerns about another hung jury. And now we're getting a look at the amended verdict sheet given to the jury after the judge answered those questions. Let's bring in ABC News investigative reporter Olivia Rubin along with civil attorney Tre Lovell for more. Tre, I'll bring it to you then. How critical is this? How can the language on a jury verdict slip make a difference in the ultimate verdict itself?
Absolutely critical. The most important thing, the biggest roadmap to a verdict are the jury instructions, because the jury has gone through a trial. They're trying to assimilate all this evidence, and they need to know what's legal, what's not legal, what's a crime, what's not a crime, what are the elements, because that's their job. And the instructions really need to lay that out. And if they're ambiguous at all, it can affect the verdict, as it did in the first trial. So as Olivia said, this is deja vu. We are sensing a very similar verdict as to what happened before. But the instructions are essential, and they've got to be made as simplistic as possible.
All right, so let's unpack this now, because you're saying these instructions need to be made as simplistic as possible, and we're looking there at the amended verdict sheet, which is supposed to be clearer. There are a lot of words on that page, Tre. You've seen a lot of these. Does this seem like an unusually confusing verdict slip to you, or is this standard?
It does seem a little bit confusing. And a lot of times, you can have standard verdict slips and standard verdict instructions, which basically are approved by the Judiciary Council for each state. And sometimes if you have different facts or you need to vary it, you have special instructions, which break it down a little bit. I'm a little surprised why this wasn't broken down into a special instruction, because even as an attorney looking at it, I can see where juries can get confused. And this is just a recipe for what happened last time. I'm a little surprised the judge isn't taking more precaution, having known what happened last time, to make this even simpler.
All right, Olivia Rubin, Tre Lovell, thank you both.